guys, so I'm in the Albany in Durban, South Africa. And you would think, like, yesterday I was sweating to death, right? I was like, man, it's hot. We're like tropical weather, and in one day it's like winter, for real. So this is the reason why I'm sitting up here in a hoodie in the lobby of Look Around. All right, this is what happens when you travel. The Wi-Fi is not connecting. I've got my laptop, I've got my cell phone, I've got my iPad, and you're like, why would she carry so many devices? So I can talk to you guys. That's why, so don't complain. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about, like, this is how I travel, and I wanted you guys to see me on the road. I'm not eating keto right now, and I'm definitely drinking from a BPA bottle. So there you go. So we just gotta, like, be happy that we've got good methylation pathways, and I can get rid of that plastic so I don't develop a third eyeball or massive estrogen dominance in a plastic bottle. So when you travel, I'm staying at a hotel. It's central to Durban. Actually took a few days off to catch up on all my work because you guys are on me all the time. Stephanie. I'm like sitting on my Facebook. Let me turn this around. And I'm hitting question after question after question. All of these here are questions. This is a short one. Normally I get like people's life. Hi, my name is Linda. I'm 35. When I was 2 years old, I broke my finger. I get a lot of people emailing me, and yes, I'm in a forward crunchy position, but I get a lot of people emailing me about how to keto adapt, basically. And now people are starting to come full circle and understand that it's not easy. But once you get the steps down, you're a rock star. It's no problem. But the journey, that's a big deal. So I want to talk about food addictions as I sit in Albany Hotel. All right, again, this is the hotel. I'm just saying, yes. Quite interesting, right? But maybe it's a snapshot into how I travel. Yesterday I did a Periscope. I showed everyone the food that I'm eating. I think I'm going to go and do a video again and show all the food that I have in the refrigerator and on top of the refrigerator that I brought or bought for the trip. But I want to talk a little bit about food addictions because when I used to train people, I never understood why someone who is overweight would be a picky eater. Boy, was I wrong. In fact, it's very interesting how people become highly addicted to the dopamine and serotonin response from certain foods. So as you know, ketogenesis is a great way to control food addictions, which I think most people have and nobody talks about it. It's the unsaid subject. Everybody talks about weight loss. It's like, really? Boring. I mean, it's not like you had to grow a new arm if you had no arm. You can drop weight and get healthy. But the food addictions are real, yo. And they're all hormonal, they're all chemical. It's just not a psychological event. What people don't understand is that when you're craving food, your serotonin is low. When you're craving particular food, your serotonin is low. When you're craving certain food, maybe perhaps your ketones aren't being utilized and your glucose is low. So you gotta dig deeper down that rabbit hole and try to understand why you develop the food addiction. Can keto? Yes, we are in Africa. We are in Africa. And I'm sitting here, and now I'm standing here. I'm just saying. But really though, food addictions. And you know what? After no sleep for 3 weeks, I got some energy. Because that's what it's like when you're fully adapted. So it was pouring rain. It went from, I know I'm digressing, but who cares? That's what I do. So it went from really, really hot to super, super cold and rainy as all H-E-double-L today. So I've been in the hotel for most of the day and I was like, okay, this is perfect time to work. I'm in the lobby because the internet sucks. But I started reflecting on the fact that I hadn't eaten all morning. You guys can't do that because you're not highly keto adapted. And I've been doing this for years, and it's very interesting how I'm a little hungry, but I'm not. My brain is super sharp, and I'm not craving anything in particular. I'm just more craving fat because that's what my body utilizes. But people who do like a cyclic ketogenic protocol tend to develop their food addictions amplify. You go down in carbs, you go up in carbs. You're having this super explosive glucose response within the bloodstream. Your glucose spikes real high, and all those triggers pop off. Your body wants more glucose, and it wants to refill glycogen storages, and that's the reason why the cravings for carbs are real, yo. You can't do a cyclic ketogenic protocol because you'll restore your glycogen, and then your brain will want glucose again. It will, in some senses, not utilize the ketones like once before. So if you guys want to keto adapt, you got to really give yourself months of eating real clean, so you can utilize those ketones and get the brain to stop, these signals. Plus, you can also heal your little broken hippocampus that's shrunk, and your low serotonin and damaged dopamine receptors. This way you guys can heal, giving yourself a lot of time to learn how to utilize those ketones. You guys know I've spoken 1,000 times about how they work in inverse. Ketones high, glucose low. Glucose under 50, be careful. Glucose in the 60s, be careful. Sweet spots are in the 70s. Ketones should be around a 2, 1.8, 3 max. But really, even if you have perfect numbers, it does not signify that you're in ketosis, because me doing this for so many years, and I haven't eaten since breakfast, and I am sharp right now, is because I'm super, mega, turbo, highly keto adapted. And on this whole entire trip to South Africa, I've made sure that I always have food. I'm not gonna go and not have food. This morning I was like, what do we have left? What do I have left? So when the night comes, like now it's nighttime, I won't have to scrounge and eat anything because I'm starving. And that's what I notice for people who travel. They'll go and they'll order some meat dish, it'll be cured in sugar, and bam, there comes back that sugar. And what happens? Your food addictions come back. You just gotta really be smart. The first restaurant I went to when I got to South Africa in Johannesburg, I asked the waiter 3 times, is your meat cured in sugar? The burger. That's what you gotta do. You gotta cross that bridge, and you have to work hard, because it ain't easy. And for those who want it easy, you don't adapt. You won't adapt. So if you're gonna be picky on your foods, if you want things a certain way, you're putting yourself at risk. You have to be bendable, you have to be malleable, you have to stretch, you have to expand your mind. Those are the only people who adapt. Hey guys, there's a wedding going on behind me, so I'm gonna let these people alone because I'm sure they don't want to be on YouTube. So if you want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com, Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page for a nice little post about the body. But really, I'm really proud of the keto plans that I've written. I wanted to do a keto book, but then I got caught between a keto ebook and just fixing the downloadable diets on my site. So I've written 5 plus a recipe document, a basic recipe document, but it's awesome. So go to stephanieperson.com and check out my new downloadable diets. I'm really proud of them. The first time I created downloadable diets, I didn't really promote them because I knew I would evolve to now. Now they're freaking awesome. So go check them out. I've even got an intermittent fasting one on there that's a step your way in the right way to do an intermittent fasting protocol without starving yourself or compromising your keto adaptation. You can go to Stephanie KETOGENIC on my Instagrammy. Let me show you guys my Instagram. I never show you guys my Instagrammy. My Instagrammy. And I have had no sleep, so you guys can't fault me for that, even though I got some energy. So you can go to Stephanie KETOGENIC on my Instagrammy. Here's my Instagrammy. And so here is, what am I doing here? Okay, so here is some of my trip going on here. Well, these are my handstand crew and whatnot, but this was the first night and this is the day I arrived. I was tired after almost 30 hours of traveling.